Because consent matters, we just want to let you know that this podcast contains topics that may be triggering to some listeners. For a specific detailing of trigger warnings, please pause the episode and see our show notes. This podcast isn't for everyone, so it's probably for you. Hi, I'm Leandra.
And I'm Anastasia. And this is a show about two best friends and our journey through cult recovery.
Join us as we gain perspective, discover our values, tell some stories, and deconstruct the fucked up belief system from whence we came.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Jesus. We are happy to disappoint.
Now we're recording.
Now we're recording. God,
everywhere.
it's Mercury and Gatorade, and I'm just fucking up left and right here. Like,
It's fine. All we were talking about is our principal getting us Swishers
Swisher
on our
Sweets.
senior trip.
Swishers.
Yeah.
yeah,
first
Beau and
cigars.
I.
Insane.
So yeah, some context. Our guest today is Beau Brown. He
Hi.
is one of our oldest friends, weirdly. Like, we haven't spoken much in the last decade, but
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out exactly how long, but it must have, Pierce parking lot, so it must have been...
I saw you in like 2011 in the Pierce College parking lot randomly, and I was like skateboarding to my car to get to work because I'm like, I'm late. And I was like, there's a friend. Yay, I gotta go. But like Beau, so Beau was in my high school graduating class, went to our old school with us, and is the shout out that Stasia gave in her episode.
True
Yay!
story.
That's me.
True story.
Let's get rolling. Okay,
Good
Beau.
Please.
stuff.
Can I begin with asking about COL, because I don't remember what grade you were in when you started at COL.
I was
do.
7th grade. It was like junior high. Yeah. And I
Beau
love
was
how
in
we
my
all
7th
say
grade class.
COL because
It's
it was
COL.
called Centers of Learning, but we wouldn't. If you went there, you would only say COL because Centers of Learning, everyone was like, oh, you're going to a special kids school.
Because
so it
there
just
was
became a
one
thing.
right down the street
Yeah.
that would get confused with our tiny private school. And so
Yep.
we would always be like, the other one,
Not
the other
Yeah.
small, tiny school for
They're like-
very, very special children. It's
Yes,
me. I'm
exactly.
the
We are the
special child.
specials. Yeah.
So true. So true.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So we never called it Centers of Learning because
So it's COL.
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 Yeah,
And like,
I was,
I would rather be poked in the eye with a sharp stick than say the full name of my school out loud to
Yeah.
someone who didn't already know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. It was a thing. It was just like you say COL and then you don't mention the Budweiser plant smell. It was the unspoken rule, which I still smell in my dreams, by the way.
I also still smell it in my dreams. Dude,
Yeah.
it's one of my first like scent memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you lived there too.
I got moved there when I like into the neighborhood behind the school. Like there's a couple people who like owned a house a few blocks away from the school on the other side by like the 405 on Aqueduct. And I lived there when I was like 3 or 4, and like that was wild. I heard a lot of guns.
Yeah.
It was a fun place to be. Like it was also the place where this school was not a safe neighborhood.
Not
There was
good.
like
No.
a lot of
No.
firearm activity. There was a lot of gang activity. There was a lot of like drug trafficking through the
There was literally
again, like
somebody
there was
shot, I
fronts
remember.
everywhere.
You
Okay,
remember
On
that?
that street that she's talking about.
Yeah.
Or
And
like
it was
on
somebody
the
who
like
was in our school. It was like her cousin.
it was
or
the
something.
cousin
Her
of someone
cousin.
in our school. Yeah, got like literally shot and killed in front of Ran.
Literally.
I'm laughing. I'm not laughing. It was in a car in front of
Manic.
Ran.
We all do nervous laughter.
It's the nervous panic laugh of like,
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the nervous
Oh my
panic,
gosh.
I remember
nervous
that
panic
day.
laughter of I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth right now.
We were I'm trying to remember if we were in the bungalows or not. Because we had
Oh,
like
shit.
there
Yeah,
was
we were in
oh,
the
shit.
bungalows.
we
And
were
I
in the
remember
bungalows.
one of
We heard the shots.
yeah.
Yeah.
We heard some weird noise and then one of the guys found him. Or like they had like seen it or whatever. The the guy with the 2 same letters for the name.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I
heard.
got the lingo. Yeah. I know when I was talking to Scott, he was like, "So who is that?" And I was like, "Her name is also another name for a barbecue," when I was talking about the principal. And he's like, "Oh, okay, okay, okay."
Ah,
Principal Barbecue is actually
Principal
it's
great.
barbecue.
also
Yeah,
pretty good too,
yeah.
yeah.
Principal Barbecue. Oh god. And boy, did
Oh
yeah,
god.
okay, yeah.
Ah, shit. Okay, so you were in 7th grade
When you got there.
S
when you got
Yeah,
there.
7th grade. Had no idea what I was in for, but I found out
Oh, shit.
shortly after from a girl
Yeah.
named actually Karen at my church who talked to
Oh,
my mom, like, probably a year after I was there. She's like, "Do you know that that place is a cult?" And she, like, found a forum online. Yeah, yeah.
whoa!
I'm telling you guys, like, a lot of us knew it was a cult early. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Beau.
everybody listening,
Beau!
yeah, yeah. I'm telling you. But, like,
Dude, I
we
figured because everyone
the thing
treated us different. Like, you guys would look at me and be like, and I was like, "What's that?"
Yeah, well, it was like a sort of a known thing, but the thing that sucked about it, which I'm sure you guys can relate to, is like, yeah, it was super weird and comfortable in so many spots, but it was like you loved the people, you know? And like
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
friends that you
exactly.
had, like the school was like you made great friends or whatever. Some of the teachers were cool.
Yeah.
And
Some of the teachers were cool.
so it was like, yeah, I go to a school, it's just a cult. But
It's
It's
just
just a
yeah.
cult school. It's
I'm
just a
getting
cult
a
school.
Yeah.
world-class
Mhm.
education here.
Yeah, world class. When like halfway through us being in high school, they were getting accredited or something, or somebody came to
Yeah.
do it, and we were like, "Wait,
Mhm.
what?" But
What?
Wait,
Yeah.
now? Wait,
yeah,
now?
Now? I think they
Right now?
I think they got
ridiculous.
accredited the year after we
That's
It
what
was the year
Scott told
before.
me. He's
Oh,
like,
was
"So your diploma
oh.
may not be real." I'm like, "Cool, thank you."
I thought it was the year before you guys. It was the
Maybe?
year after?
I
Holy
think it
Mm-mm.
shit.
might have been the year after. I'm not
I think
sure.
it was
Cannot
after.
okay. Yeah. I not verified information, but,
Wow, you've
like,
been lying on your resume about
I
your diplomas.
got my high school diploma. I have a high school diploma.
I don't
It's
even think I put mine on like the job resume stuff because people
I
were
just
like,
had to, like, click it on job application. I didn't because
"Yeah,
I
If
yeah.
you've gone to
Centers of Learning
college,
or COL is not
they
on
don't
my
really care.
fucking resume.
no, no, of course
No,
not."
but you say, "What's your highest education?" For a long time, it was high school diploma, and then it was Associate of Arts, but that school got accredited faster than our school
And it was
did.
also a cult school.
It was also a cult school.
Love that.
Yeah.
I
Love
Yeah,
support
that.
it.
we got roped in a little bit.
Mm,
Okay, so you knew the whole time.
so
So
you
what was
knew.
that like?
Yeah.
It
Expand on
was
that.
it was I love how so I was, like, listening I don't like listening to myself back, like, on audio or, like, video or anything because I just edit myself so freaking much, it annoys the hell out of me, and so,
I
like
hear you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and but I, like, happened to just, like, watch the episode, like, 10 minutes in, and I realized that my thing that I learned in therapy actually where that's a whole crazy story as well, is when I get nervous, I say "like" every other word, and so that whole episode, I'm like this and like this and like and I was like, "You suck, Bo," and I just turned it right off,
No,
so
you don't.
if I say
Don't do
"like" in
that to
here, I'm sorry.
yourself.
hey,
Dude,
we say like and like ums, the amount of but like and like
and
but
oh dude,
Yeah.
and
oh
dude,
dude
and
man
dude man.
man dude
Oh dude
ohs
man.
that I have
Like
to edit out. Like there's an insane amount
Yeah,
left into the episodes, but like I'm always
same.
over here just being like, God fucking damn
God.
it.
yeah.
Exactly.
God.
This is
Shit.
a safe space, Bo.
Yeah.
Okay,
In every
good,
way.
You're
good.
and
In
like yeah.
every way.
Talk like also like I just am genuinely I'm like, Bo editor, content creator.
Yeah.
Yay. Like
Yes.
Yeah. Dude,
we were
we
trying
want to
to
get to
do it
that
in
too.
high school. Like, I remember, like, always in, like we had video classes and we had,
Mhm.
like we would make video projects, and I remember always being like, "I hope Bo is in my group, we're gonna have a fun time."
I I didn't realize that you came in 7th grade. I didn't
Yeah.
realize all of the teachers that you had. So I was like, okay, I we all oh, there's so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
There's
Continue.
so
I
much. I would
derail
say
you.
my favorite was the one who actually got kicked out. Uh,
Heard.
yeah.
Yeah.
She was probably one of my
Heard.
favorite because she was the most, like, legit one that I was like, "Oh, like, we could just talk." Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. She was
And
the
that
one who
was a
got
whole
kicked out for
controversy.
not,
it was.
knowing how it worked, which was Uncle Icky saying like, "Oh, she didn't do what I wanted. She knows that like yeah, she didn't know that it goes my way."
Right.
Which like I mean, I'm jumping ahead, but like I wanna know about what it felt like perceiving that guy, Uncle Icky, walking
Mhm.
around the school who had nothing to do with the school except somehow everything to do with the school, and it was like, how did you perceive him? Especially now understanding that, like, you knew it wasn't called.
I
Yeah.
mean, I
And did you know
assumed
in 7th grade? You did, because Karen.
8th was it
yeah,
8th
it was
grade that
like
you
I think it
learned?
was like 8th grade where I sort of
Yeah.
learned because I, like, had to take a test to get into the school with the bottom left bungalow girl,
Mhm.
teacher.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and, and, like, it was cool. She was, like, super nice, like, she was a nice teacher to me, and it was, like there were weird questions I remember, and then I just started seeing the same people walking around, and I'm like, "Who are these people?" Like, walking around, and he was yeah, freaking Icky Dicky was running around everywhere, and it was just like,
Who's that
he
guy?
yeah,
The
I was
fuck is
like,
this
"Who
guy
is
doing?
that?" I saw him, and then I saw, like, a couple of the maintenance guys, and then I would randomly see people, like, disappear, like, they would, like, be there for a while, and then they'd be gone, and,
Mm.
but he was always just walking around, just, like, doing stuff or not doing stuff, and, like, he would come in
Exactly.
Doing
standing
stuff or not doing stuff is
yeah.
so accurate.
Like, he would just be there, and, like, I remember one time we were walking, and he was just, like, at the basketball court, just, like, standing there, and, like, it was in between classes, and he was just sort of looking around, and I'm like, "What is this
Ew.
dude doing?" Yeah. Just
Ew.
a
Knowing what
Gross.
super
we know
weird dude.
now, ew.
Gross.
Yeah, and then I, like, worked with him in ninth grade or 8th grade for the haunted house because he walked up to me at school, and he was like, "Hey, we do this haunted house thing. You would be, like, perfect for it." And I was like, "Okay, cool, whatever." That dude is weird. That's when I first got the, like, he's weird, and, like, the
This guy
What
girl
was
looks
that
weird.
like?
Yeah,
it
go.
s so it was like, I told him, I was like, "I could be this, I could do this, I could do that or whatever," and he's like, "No, you're doing this." And I was like, "That sorta sounds horrible." And he's like, "I want you to be a
What was it?
like a s" it was a statue
We
or something right in the entrance.
I remember.
Yeah.
I think
You're
we
both
have
like,
video. Is that
Whoa!
Yes.
I Whoa, you're taking me
Yeah.
back, Beau. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay, so
Okay.
let me pause really quick and give the
Yeah.
audience some context on the haunted
I love
house
this, by the
We have
way.
not
TM.
talked
We
about this.
have not
Beau,
talked about it.
you're taking us there, dude.
That's why I'm
Yes.
here.
Take us there.
Okay, all
Oh,
right.
Beau
Yes,
Brown, thank
explain
you. Okay.
context.
So, okay, the fucking Riverton Cemetery.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, that was the name. Yes. And it was literally like a Christmas
Shit.
truck event type of thing. It was
It
like
was a high
the
production value level
Yes,
event. It
exactly.
was extremely high production value, but again, like, really weird, and, like so it started at Uncle Icky's house,
Mhm.
at where his old like, wherever he lived, uh, the Riverton Cemetery, um, and so, it was
What a
I
guy.
don't
Wherever he
what a
lived.
guy. He started doing a haunted house at his house every year, and it was like you would walk through his front yard, and then through his like the way his front drive worked, it was like there was a front yard and then like a long drive that kind of like was attached to the front yard, and then like a little uh a few steps up on a patio and then some steps down and then back into the driveway and then into his garage. So he would do like this walkthrough where you enter at the front gate and you walk through, you go through the patio, and there's like all this scary shit, and like I have some
Ugh.
personal trauma connected to this cuz my dad was one of the scarers, and like people would come out of this thing very, very scared. Like people would get really, really scared
Oh
going
my
through this
gosh.
thing. I remember going through it as a kid,
Me too.
like
It was
little.
scary.
I my night terrors had already started at this point.
At that
Yeah, they
age too,
At that
like
I was like 3 when my night terrors started, and like
yeah.
just fun therapy confessions, but like my
Yeah.
dad was a scarer and he had this mask, and it was this like bald axe murderer, like fucked up, like mask that had like a huge gash and like just blood all over the
I
face. And it was like if somebody like took Sloth from the Goonies and ran him through the blender and
yeah.
then put it on my 6'4" dad's head. And like he would use that mask and like sneak into my room and scare me with that mask and like a big fucking robe, and I would be like in there doing my
Oh
homework,
my
and
lord.
then my lights would go out and I'd be like, what the fuck is going on right now? And then the lights would come back on, just like would happen in the front entrance of
Yep.
the Riverton Cemetery. He was the first person you saw. You're like in this little entrance room, and then the lights go out and the lights come back on, and this really scary guy is in there with you. And like, if
It's
you were afraid when my dad popped out, you were right. Like, you were
yeah.
right.
Oh my god.
And so, like, yeah, so it was this crazy thing, and it happened at Uncle Icky's house for several years, and then it stopped
That room,
for
dude.
some
And he
reason,
said, "Where should we go next? A church."
and then he's like,
Like
"Oh, we'll do it at the church." And so they
church.
expanded it into yeah,
Air
exactly.
quotes.
The church
Heavy air
quote
quotes.
heavy air quotes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. And so then yeah, they paused for a few years, and then there were these two huge semi-trailers that lived on church or on school
You
property.
remember those
Do you
Yeah.
remember
in the
Yep.
the
basketball
two
court.
big white trucks? Yeah, there
Yeah,
were
I
these
was taken
huge
out of class by Icky Dicky, and I had to chase a chicken in, like, 10th grade, me and Kyle. We literally had to go there
God.
for a whole honestly, I was fine with it because I didn't wanna be in class,
Who
but
I
we
wants
were
to be in
mean,
literally
class?
chasing one under the freaking semi. But yeah, good times.
oh
He
my
picked the
god.
tallest kid to go run under the semis.
Yeah. It's because I just said yes to everything. It was the same thing with, like, the haunted thing. It was just like I listened, and
Sure.
then to a point I
Okay,
listened, but
so
we'll get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
so you were the
So you're
guy
the
in front,
statue.
statue in
Yeah, I
front.
was like the statue in front with all the fake ones or whatever, and he's like, "This is the most important part." I was like, "Whatever, dude. Like, I'll just stand here. Like,
Shoot.
my friends are here. Like, I'll go visit them every now and then." And I remember being like, it was about to start, and he was getting weird and like manic, like running around doing weird shit, and I was just like, "Okay, dude." And I was like, "I gotta pee," and he's like, "Too bad," and he like went away, and I was like, "Fuck you, I'm going to pee." And then I guess like I missed
Yeah.
the first like wave of people going in, and he was like, "Where were you?" And I was like, "I had to pee." And he was just like, "I oh, well, you got to stand there." Oh, and I was like, "Okay." And I just
I
stood there or whatever. But yeah, that was my
That
first
is
sort of
very
run in
validating.
with him.
Can I verify that the first group of people to go through was likely Gary and Marilyn? And that's probably why he was getting manic, because his
Oh,
mommy's coming. And you weren't there for his mommy to see to him
yeah.
be like, "Look at this big person that I found and
Yep.
painted." Like, spectacle,
Look,
That probably
mommy.
spectacle.
was it actually. Yeah. There was
Yeah.
I think the
God.
first time I
Fucking
remember
goddamn
I
it.
don't even remember the first time I remember seeing Marilyn. I remember when she was noted or, talked about for the first time when I had to go to Yask because Anastasia and I were gonna start dating and fricking I can't say her
Oh,
name, but your shepherd made me go there.
Beep 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 beep.
Beepy.
I said it wrong.
Yeah,
Beep beep
no,
beep
I
boop.
literally where's my phone at? I literally wrote down stuff in my notes and because
Yes.
I was
Yes.
literally driving to freaking Ohio, stuck behind a bunch of Amish buggies, and I was just writing in my notes as you guys, your podcast got me through like the 10-hour drive, which was
Yay!
great.
Oh,
But yeah,
oh,
thank you,
that's
and you're welcome,
amazing.
and
yeah.
yay.
Yay.
But yeah, I have stuff written down. Once we get into the shepherd stuff, I guess we can talk about it. But you
Okay,
Yeah,
so
guys,
beep
yeah,
beep
yeah.
yeah.
beep 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 boop made me tell you that you had to go to Yasp if we were gonna date.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's where we're
Okay.
at. Okay,
Well, or
heard,
no, I
heard.
think she just sort of mentioned it, but like you were like, I remember you were just like, hey, like we, you admit we had to be so secretive about everything.
Oh, yeah.
It
Oh,
Oh,
was
oh,
like,
yeah.
100%.
it was
We
so
were
secretive. Yeah.
100%
Dude,
because
the cult taught us to sneak.
the co
Yeah.
and like you said in your I think in your notes, the eyes were always on me, all and that meant by proxy always on you.
Yeah.
And, like,
100%.
even before well, I mean, maybe not before, I don't know.
Well, you okay, eyes on you is like you said the trigger phrase, and I'm like, beep boop, our
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that's something that you'd mentioned in our, like, little intake form that is something that you experienced your whole life was, like, people looking at you because you were always tall for your age, and you were
Mhm.
Yeah.
always, like and also, you were just a, like, brilliant light of a human being, so, like,
Oh, you're
of
so
course
nice.
people
Thank
are,
you.
like, looking at you. You're just like I feel that about her too.
Yeah.
I always tell her, I'm like, "Dude, like,
Yeah.
it made sense to me that people were, like, perceiving you guys because you're amazing," and I'm like, "Yeah, that makes sense." But at the same time, because I didn't understand I was like, "Everyone's uncomfortable all the time." Like, I didn't
Right.
understand that level of it and, like, what that does to a person and,
Mhm.
like, being perceived for so long and then being perceived in a different way by this cult,
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
how'd that do
Yeah, yeah,
go
keep
good for
keep
I
telling
you?
me
mean,
about the
I
yasp in
I
that
mean, at
way.
that point, it was like I hadn't really embraced that I was super different from everybody, so I was just super, like I would listen to everybody, whatever they would say. I would, be super uncomfortable in my body type of stuff, and so I was
Mhm.
very I guess I don't know the word I'm looking for, but people would just tell me to do stuff, I would do it. If they were looking at me, I'd just feel uncomfortable
Conforming,
and
Yeah, like,
compliant,
yeah,
affable?
affable.
Affable is, like, I
affable, and
think a
which
good word for it, is
yeah,
like,
there we go. That is a
"Yeah,
great
yeah,
word.
man.
'Cause you
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure,
couldn't
I
be
could do
too
that."
eccentric, you couldn't be too down, you had to be
Right.
like, like,
But
very
then
Ned Flanders.
teachers started taking control of that, I realized, and like
Mm.
really started guilt tripping me because okay, if nobody knows, I was sort of the bad boy of COL, meaning
I
I have
I
and by
know.
bad boy, it was just like I was super sarcastic or whatever. Dylan says that I bullied him.
Dylan
Yeah.
says that you bullied him? Is that what you
D-
said?
this dude spoke at my wedding and said that I was his biggest bully. And I was like, "Dylan, what?" Like, and then my grandpa came up after, and he was like,
Not
"You
your
bullied
grandpa.
Dylan?" And I was like, I didn't bully Dylan, like, we're just best friends, like, I think it's sort of the banter, but,
And,
like,
like,
maybe we
you
were all
were
just really
very, like
insecure."
I think but, like, I remember you were the kid who would, like
But
'cause I
that was, like, my favorite thing about you, though, is
yeah,
that because I was like, "Ooh, I can have fun with him, we can just fuck with each other,
'cause
and
he
it's
doesn't give a
Right.
fun
fuck, yeah.
because we can." That's okay, let me take this time to talk
Sorry,
about the
Okay.
tragedy.
not to invalidate Dylan's bully trauma.
I was gonna say
Uh,
that's
F you,
true,
Dylan, if
that's
you're
true.
listening. No, I'm just
we
kidding.
love you,
Love
Dylan.
Dylan.
We love you, Dylan.
I
He's
love
my brother,
Dylan.
I can talk
He's
like this
my
to
brother
him.
too, that makes us
Exactly, you guys
brothers.
get it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, yeah, talk about someone who was there from the beginning.
We'd love to if Dylan, if you wanna come be on.
Hey, yeah.
Sorry we're using your real first name.
Hey,
It's spelled
stop bullying Beau
DYYYYLON.
at his
Yeah.
wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But what was I even saying? I don't even know what I was
Okay.
saying.
Oh,
Oh,
I
shit.
so
This is
sorry.
great
Okay,
that I have ADHD. It's wonderful.
dude, I do too, though,
Same.
so
Yeah.
Oh, what I
talk
will
about uncomfortable eyes, and you were gonna take us into a little
I was just gonna say
Oh,
the
yeah.
tragedy of our friendship
Oh,
that
yeah.
didn't get to continue because we were fucked with. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we were fucking homies. We were in
Oh,
choir
agreed.
together, and
Yep.
we were like shitsters, and we had
Yep.
so much fun, and like, you were
Yep.
my dude.
I
And
get
then
it. Me too.
it
Yep.
was so fucked up that it had to like be that way, and that you were so fucked with, and that I had no idea,
Yeah,
and
and
that I
then but
was
then you were
also being
probably
fucked with.
manipulated with yeah, exactly. And it
Exactly.
was just
Yeah.
and then it took Dylan to tell me what, like, you thought had happened and everything. I was just like, "Oh, no. Like,
Oh,
this is
wow!
bad." Yeah, and, like yeah, it was but,
Oh,
I'm
Dylan
glad that
always
we're
looking out.
clearing this up now.
Dude,
Yeah, me
All of
too,
clearing
this, yeah.
buddy, me too.
Yeah.
This
clearing
is
the air
good.
on the air. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But, yeah,
Well,
the
it's
bad
been
boy of
fucking
COL,
forever.
meaning I am
Yes.
pretty sure I had probably the record for most Saturday schools. Uh,
No,
mi
I was there every fucking
were
day, Beau. I
you
was there
oh,
every fucking
Between the
time.
2 of
It
you.
was you,
okay.
me, Pyle,
Pile, sorry.
and, Pike Leash. Uh,
Yes. Yes. Good old Fike Mish.
good old Pike Leash. God, I love
Yeah.
that guy.
Oh, me
We would
too.
do we
Yeah.
would
Me
do
too,
races. We would
buddy.
race
In the
down
mop
the
buckets.
basketball court in the mop buckets.
Yes.
Dude, our Saturday school days were so fun. It's like
When
Yeah.
I
they're
when I
so
was when I was lucky enough to get Saturday school and both of you were there, it was
yeah,
a fucking blast.
and,
It
like,
was so much
until
fun.
they realized that we were having fun, and then they're like,
Yeah.
"No, no, 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 you guys
Shut that
And then
cannot
it
be
down.
doing
was
chores
hell.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be doing chores at the opposite corners of this, like, acre and a half property."
Yeah.
Yeah. But then it was like, if you had Saturday school alone, which happened to me, I mean,
Oh,
probably more than 10 times, that was
yeah.
horrible. Like, and that's what
Yeah.
had to talk about in therapy because it was stuff that I was like, "Oh, it's not
Oh,
normal staring in the corner of a wall listening to worship music for 5 hours." Like, and yeah, it came up in, like, therapy where I was like, "Yeah, so I did this, went to a school, it was like a cult or something," and then he was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoop.
whoa, what?"
slow
He's
your
like,
roll, pal.
"Well," and then, yeah, we went into a bunch of stuff, and he was like, "Oh, so this is why you do this. This is why you do this." And I was like, "Yeah, but I wasn't in the church." And he's like,
But
"But
you
you
were
said you
there.
dated somebody in there, then you went to the school for this long, and you dealt with all these people." And I was like, "Oh yeah, it probably was. It messed
Bo,
me up
you
at that
went to
age."
YASP meetings.
Yeah, and,
You
like,
went to YASP meetings, buddy. Like, you
Yeah.
were in it. You were in it.
and can we talk about the, like, okay, the way it used Christian rhetoric and Christianity to make it all seem a little bit more okay? Because, like,
100%.
that's the danger zone. You said you had your own church you were going to
Mhm.
with your family, and then, like, then there was this other thing going on.
Well,
But
like,
they'd be
when I
like,
went
"But the Bible," and you're like, "I guess."
that's
I
like,
guess,
yeah,
but you
because
don't
we
talk
had,
about
like,
that so much.
yeah, we had the chapel, which was sort of normal, but then we'd eventually do, like, the blessing thing was us non-church people, we'd make fun of the blessing. I'm sorry, it was a thing that we
Mhm.
did.
Don't
So
please don't
Make
be
yeah,
fun of
sorry.
it.
okay, okay.
Please don't be
Rip it.
sorry.
Bo,
Yeah.
rip it.
Seriously.
So the
Seriously.
first time I went to the
Drag it.
YASP thing, oh wait, should we just say, like, since what led me up to going to YASP, like the first meeting that I had with you know
Please.
who? Okay.
Beep beep beep
So
boop.
I wrote this down because when I was listening to you, I started reminding me of all this stuff. Oh, so with Anastasia Shepherd in that first meeting, it was her and um, the principal's husband
Mhm.
in
Doctor
the
Drill.
front. Yeah, in the front, like left room when you first walk into the church, like lobby area.
Yep.
The first office right there, and she said that I had to write stuff down and talk about what I liked about Anastasia and why I wanted to date her, and I said, "I remember feeling pretty insecure and pressured and put on the spot."
Bo, I am
Yeah.
so
God.
sorry.
No, it's
What
totally
the
yeah,
fuck?
yeah. So
And
it's like
how fucking old were you? This is when you
oh
were in, like, what,
gosh.
ninth grade?
16,
Yeah, I
15,
mean,
14? We were
16
all
probably?
yeah,
16, I would
that makes
say.
sense.
Oh my god.
'Cause, like, I told and that came up, like, in this is how this fucking church fucked me up, and it's like, because of, I think, that stuff in those meetings and, like, the other meeting with the teachers, and then I would had to write stuff down, do all this stuff, literally in all of my, like, relationships, I talked about this in therapy, is, like, when people ask me what I like about them, I get uncomfortable and, like, triggered, and I'm like, I won't say it. Like, even like with like my wife, she'll be like, but then I explained this whole thing to her and she was just like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. And it would be
Yeah.
like, because I'd have to do this all the time for different stuff. And it all started with that, I think,
That
with
was
the
the
freaking
first,
crazy
like,
church
bam.
lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which sucks because that was just a little taste I had, but you guys had huge taste. And I hate
Dude,
that
but
for you.
that's
But
No, but that
no, Bo, but
is so fucked up.
that is so
yeah.
fucked up. You're just y I didn't even ask you these things. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
"Why do you
Yeah.
wanna date me? Write it down. Why do you like me?" No, no
Yeah.
one does that, that's insane.
Was not
And,
normal.
like,
Figured that out
No.
later.
Yeah.
okay,
Talk about
so
formative
how
experiences.
many times did they fucking do that?
Okay, so I need to ask you about this because I feel like I remember we finally got the approval to date. And there was one final meeting or something above the snack bar, the cafe.
The
And
conference
I remember
room.
there was, like, I feel like it, and I don't know if you were there or if it was just me, but it was, like, multiple people. And they gave us an approval to go to a
I
movie theater with your parents, I think.
Jesus Christ. It's like a fucking
I
job interview.
remember the movie theater, I don't
Yeah.
remember the meeting.
Yeah, it was
And
like
that might be because I literally have blocked it out, so, like, I swear
that
to
makes
God I may
sense.
have been there because, like but, like
Yeah.
but, oh, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, dude.
Oh, it's
My
it's
friend.
okay.
I'm so sorry, buddy.
Oh, it's okay.
You didn't deserve that, man. That's so fucking unfair. That's so fucking unfair, and I'm so sorry because that has lasting effects. And, like, yes, we did get fucked with too, but, like, that does not negate how fucked up that is. Like,
Yeah.
Bo, I'm so sorry, and I'm so sorry I didn't know. I mean, how could I
How
have?
could
But,
you?
I
like,
mean, I would have
Yeah.
never told either,
fuck,
so it's
dude.
like
Yeah.
it's there's nothing you need to be sorry about, like any of you guys ever. It's I think that's why it's good to talk about this because we're all just like, "Ah, this was really fucked up." Like,
Yeah.
believe me, I cried about some of this stuff in therapy. Like,
Oh,
it's the stuff that I didn't know,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it was like, "Oh my god, I literally had to write stuff down," and, like, it was
Dude.
dude.
yeah.
If you wanna keep reading this stuff, please do. I just wanted to say that because, like, fuck, I didn't know, and I'm sorry, and
Lasting
fuck.
effects, like
Lasting
Yeah.
fully
effects.
lasting effects. And also, like, the reason I say I'm sorry for stuff like this is because the people who are actually responsible are not taking accountability in one
Yeah.
at all, like
Exactly.
in any form
In
or
any
any
fucking
way, shape,
way.
or form. And so,
Exactly.
like, fine, I'll apologize for the harm that this community did, even though like I
Yeah.
was a part of it. Like I missed our fucking class graduation party because Gary and Marilyn were at the studio at TLW on the day John Robert Stevens died anniversary,
Oh
and I was
gosh.
like, "I'm here to serve you guys." That's why I missed that party. Like, so I like and like I feel terrible. I'm like, that shit sucked. Like like not that like
Yeah.
missing a party is a big huge deal, but it was just like
But
the
missing
reason
out with
You missed
why
out on
time
an opportunity to be like a normal teenager.
to
Like
be a kid
yeah,
with
and
yeah.
my
to be
friends.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, be with your friends.
Like I that is something that I genuinely like. Yeah, I was always, like, on the edge of the friendships with you guys because, like, I really
Yeah.
just wanted to dive all the way in and be like, "This is so fun, you guys are the coolest, and I love you all so much," and then it was like, "But you're not allowed to get too attached to them, Leandra.
Break your
Gosh,
bonds with your
Break
it
your
was
bonds with
literally
them."
when
Like,
I
I
listened to your episode, it was so, like, I was mind boggled on some of the stuff that was just going through my head because I was like, "This makes so much sense. Oh my gosh." Like, it was just like because we would try to be, like, friends and stuff, and it would just
Yeah.
be like it was almost like you would randomly disappear, like, for just different stuff, or it would be like I'm
Yep.
like, "Why is everyone so hard on Leandra?" Like, this is like, I always thought
Wow.
I was like, "Why are people so hard on you?" Especially, like, the principal or, like, on
Thank
the
you.
Hawaii trip, I
Yeah,
was
for
literally like,
real.
I
"She's
was
a
like, "I did
dick."
nothing wrong." Like,
Yeah,
I
and,
don't know
like,
what
it was
I did.
she was such a dick to you, and it always pissed me off, and I never knew why,
Thank
and
you.
it's just like
Yeah.
Wow. I
On
think
yeah.
behalf of me not being able to be there, thank you for
yeah.
seeing that and saying that.
Oh,
Like,
I see it. Yeah, I
fuck
always
that.
saw you, Leandra, believe me.
Dude, and, like, same, dude. Like, I was like, again, I know I was a flying monkey at times, like, that's what I apologize for because I, like, preached cult rhetoric and was like, "No, this is life," right? Like, I remember
Mhm.
getting into heated arguments with,
Oh
um
god.
I
Yeah.
know. Oh, brother.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
brother.
I
Good
remember getting
stuff.
into heated arguments
Good
with a
stuff.
classmate
Yeah, I'm
about,
pretty
like
sure I got in a lot of arguments with him too, so
okay, cool, cool.
yeah.
I'm glad that I don't feel bad, but, like, I just was like I think I definitely was like, no, like, I just remember trying to be the person who, like, held the line
Yeah,
in the, like in the
Mm.
because
I remember that.
I loved, like, doing the crazy fun shit, and I loved being the, like I was like, "I want chaos, I crave"
Yeah.
and, like and we would have so much fun, and, like, some teachers would be like, "We'll sanction some chaos for an hour," and then it would get out of hand, and, like,
Yeah.
I now understanding neurodivergence and that I am autistic, I was like, "Oh, my autistic sense of justice was like, ah, the rules."
Get out of here. Yeah. And I'm the same way. Like I think that people perceived me. I don't think I was a bully. Like I'm not stuffing kids' heads in toilets or whatever, doing that
No,
stuff.
you weren't
But
a
No,
bully.
you
I
were just
think that
confident and,
yeah, I was
overt
like
you were, like,
confident but unconfident at the
gregarious,
same time. And it was
and
just
that's
like
where the bully vibes come from.
right, exactly. But I
That's the
also
bully,
think
like,
that yeah,
flavor.
talking about it I think that the teachers, I always got this vibe that the teachers didn't like me, and they were also just hard on me for some reason because I think that I was, like, pushing against the system,
Yeah,
and I
you'd be like,
think
"Why?"
yeah, and so I was just like
And they'd
it
be like,
almost
"No."
gave me joy to make them mad because I was like, "You guys are fucking with my friends, and, like, I don't like it." It's like that type of
Mhm.
Wow.
stuff, and
I
so it
love
just
that.
I'm getting kicked
That
out of the
makes so
class
much
for being a
sense.
smartass, but, like, being a smartass is pretending to speak French in Spanish class, and the dude kicks me out. Like, I'm just trying to be funny and make people laugh. That's what I love to do, but that was
Dude,
me being a
yeah.
dick, apparently, so
Yeah. Dude,
Uh,
I
there
understand.
there's so many teachers where I'm like, I I see them on the other side now, and I'm
And I'm
like,
like, "Sorry.
I'm sorry. You
Yeah,
dealt with so much." And then there's some where I'm like, you can fuck right
You
off.
can fuck right
yeah,
Forever.
off."
yeah,
Forever and ever, you can fuck right off.
yeah. I agree. There's one for me as well that would literally one of the things I wrote down, which sort of really fucked up my confidence or, like, just, I guess, confidence in myself and just
Oh.
the ability to speak up is literally he noticed that I would get red, and then it was a game to him to make me red
I
and, like,
rem
call on me in
I
class.
remember
Yeah,
that.
and it was just like it be and it I remember being, like, terrified to go to school for years because of it, because 'cause I'm like, "Okay, what
Fuck
can I
that
do to,
guy.
like,
Oh
be
my
smaller in
fucking
my seat?"
god.
Or, like, something like that.
I remember. Fuck, dude.
Ugh.
You
Yeah,
unlocked a memory. Jesus
yeah,
Christ. Fuck.
He would do
yeah,
that. He would just find things about people and just
mhm,
fucking
pick
go
'em.
after
Yeah,
them.
Yeah, he was the
He
bully.
he
was
was
the
a bully.
fucking bully.
He was
Yeah,
the fucking bully.
Oh god.
100% a bully, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it was a power game
Ugh.
with
It really
students, and
was,
it's like,
and just
how
weird conversations too, like, very
weird,
weird
really
conversations.
Do,
inappropriate
Yeah,
conversations.
do you remember the conversations he would try to have with us when we were dating?
mhm, yeah,
Fucking
Ex
disgusting and inappropriate.
expand on
yeah.
that.
It
He would
was
ask
just
us about what we were physically doing together. He
yeah,
would ask
yeah,
us
they were,
about
like, sexual stuff. Yeah,
sexual, like
No!
what sexual things we were doing with each other.
yeah.
Ew!
Yeah.
Ew! Talk about grooming energy,
Dude,
fuck.
it was
Oh,
disgusting.
can I say one
That's
of the
vile.
grossest things he said to me or, like, just
Yes,
something he
please.
said is that fine? Like, it
Yeah,
was
Yes.
literally
please.
he had talked about how he likes having a beard because it's like Velcro for something. Like yeah, it, like,
That
sticks
Ew!
to
is
other hair, if you know what I mean.
Ew!
Yeah,
What
that
the
is
fuck?
fucking
and I remember he
disgusting.
said that, and I was just like, "I'm in 10th
You're
grade,
my
why are we
teacher.
talking" Yeah, like,
You're my teacher.
that's weird.
That's fucking foul. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry. Ew, ew, ew.
yeah.
Ew.
I'm like,
So many
my
just
system is rebooting right now. Give me a minute.
people listening to this, like,
Fucking
we're
fuck.
probably jumping around and doing all this, but it's like there's
Yeah.
There's
so
a
much
thread.
stuff here that is just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's so much
There's a
stuff.
lot. And
There's 6 years of
6 years, yeah,
of shit.
literally.
of
Like
our most formative, like,
6 years of stuff,
times.
just the ones that we had together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I don't feel
Oh
bad
my
for
god.
cheating in that teacher's class
Oh
anymore.
my god. Oh my god. And then how about, like, when we all got caught and it was a huge controversy? You remember that? It was, like, that
Dude, I
huge
do
thing.
I
remember that
remember.
because we
Everybody
threw
knew
it away
about
in
it.
the trash can, and he was like, "What are these notes doing?"
Right, and then
Who did that?
we had to
Who
reset.
did that?
Leandra did it. Yeah, it was you. It was definitely Leandra. It was 100%.
You're like, "Someone."
'Cause I remember being out at the vending
It
machine,
was
I was
me.
like, "Leandra, why'd you throw those in that trash?" Like,
I
I
was
remember
like,
saying you were like,
"I don't
She
"Oh, my
panicked.
bad."
She panicked.
Dude, I was so
'Cause she
panicked
panicked.
because also, like
Like, I will tell you right
and,
now,
like, it was the
Yeah.
deer in
dumbest shit it
headlights.
was the dumbest shit I've ever done, and I've like, dude, like,
Hmm.
it's like, I don't know, I feel like I've suffered enough because I told my dad, and then,
Oh, I remember.
like, when I had to tell him that, like, that's what happened, because we got called into, like, a secret meeting at school the next day.
This is not
There was a
It's like,
whole
no, it's
thing.
very funny, but it's so fucked up because they
Yeah.
made us all take a bunch of our classes, oh, no, they made us
Yeah.
take all of our finals again.
Yeah, all the finals we had to retake again. We had to come on the weekends
all of
and
All of
take
our
them.
them.
finals
And then
again.
how about the dude who the test we cheated on, he put the test down and he walked out of the room. Do you remember
He
that?
did.
And then we were all like w
He
like,
put
we
the
all just looked
answer
ar
he put the answer book down and then left for, like,
left the
an
room.
hour.
Yeah, he just left. And we were all just sitting there like, "Is this a test? We're looking for cameras." Like,
What test yeah,
we were literally looking for cameras. Like, we were like, "This
And
is."
because
he
he
left
would.
but, like, the reason we fucked
Yeah,
up, the reason we found
He
out
would, if
that
we're
they
being honest.
so
true.
everybody got a D on the except for, like, 2 people who
Yeah.
got A's,
No.
and, like, the 2 people who got A then, like, I know there were people who did not use the system or cheat, like, with us, but everybody got punished
Yeah.
because you were like, "Oh, all the answers," and we, like, wrote them all down, and then we, like, came up with, like, A is 1 and B is 2, and,
Yep.
like,
Oh my
were you
god, the
the one?
system. Oh my god.
I've
Literally,
been
it was
I've
somebody
been,
like,
like, dreading
oh
this
my
moment. I've been
gosh.
dreading this conversation because I'm like, "God, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come
I
out.
vividly
It's gonna come
remember
out
you,
of me."
Leandra, on your notebook, literally putting up numbers, and we'd all just be like this, and we'd look, and then it would just be like, "All right."
And so
Oh my
the test answers that I copied, he had
oh
4
my
versions of the
god.
test that he gave out. So, like, everybody got like, only 2 people got the same test. We all got different versions of the test, and so
Right.
I was giving answers for 1 test, and so that's why 2 people got A's and literally everybody else got a D.
Oh my gosh, that's
And
insane.
he
I
was
forgot
like
we had a
he
system.
graded them. Do you remember that he made everybody come up and be graded in person in front of the class when they finished their test? So you had to watch your
Yes,
peer
I
get
do.
graded
Yep.
and then go be watched by your peers as you were getting
Yeah.
graded like fucking Bake Off. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, there were so many times where it was just like
Oh,
you were manipulated in front of people, like, where you had to be put in front of people to be, like, either humiliated or made an
That was his
example
yeah.
whole
of.
thing.
Like,
Yeah.
for so many teachers too, it was like that. It was oh my lord.
I got
Interesting.
so I will wrap up the cheating thing by saying, I got suspended, but because I cheated on the last week of school, they were like, "Fine, you're suspended for the first week of your senior year." And I was
Like
like, "So my summer's longer?"
yeah,
I
like, what?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no, in the first week where we learn
Nothing.
nothing.
Yeah, it's like I'm
Nothing.
like, "Oh, good,
We
I get to
Oh,
miss all
literally
the."
god.
have a raffle for jobs that you have the whole semester at the end of each day.
I forgot. Jesus
That was one that's one
Christ.
we need to talk about because when I talked about that,
Okay,
apparently
the
it's not
jobs.
normal to,
Tell me, tell me.
To have cleaning jobs where it's like, okay, you get out of class at 2:45 and you go
oh my
fucking
gosh,
scrub
I just had
this.
a freaking thing I remembered. I
Go, say it.
literally I had so it was a big controversy that I got in trouble for a paper that I wrote in English class because it was about how the school it was like a new way of writing that we were learning, and I wrote it about how the school should learn to, hire a janitor.
Janitor. I
And
remember
I
that.
and it and
remember that.
it was a huge controversy. I got in so much trouble. They said I was gonna get suspended because I was like, maybe
For
Okay,
it
you
was
what?
were the
so many
COL bad
jabs.
boy, actually.
Yeah,
Okay, wait, you
apparently I
actually
was.
were the COL bad boy.
Yeah.
Demanding labor rights. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
You
exactly.
demanding labor rights, dude, and that's what it's always been
God.
about. It was
I
always about money and fucking labor and then also sexual
Yeah.
predators. But
Yeah, and I
like,
was literally
yeah,
like, "Isn't it?" I remember in the paper I wrote, and I said, "Isn't this the same thing of like making children work in
child
sweatshops?"
labor, yeah.
Like, yeah, like child labor. Because I'm like, the fact that we work every day after school and our parents are paying this much money for us to just be your janitors, where's the money going? Like,
Say
it was
that.
just like,
Say
I was
that.
literally just,
Say
oh
that.
man. I had a
Wow,
meeting. It
woke
was
Beau in
Woke Beau.
in fucking high school.
I
That's
remember I had a
Dude.
meeting with the
hilarious.
principal, the preschool principal was there, a little, what's her name?
Fargo.
Fargo. And then it was some other person. And it was basically like, you can't do anything like this again. I was in the principal's office. And
Again,
it was the
Or
for
first time I
what?
what?
noticed a paddle. First time I noticed a paddle on her wall, by the way.
The paddle above her door. The
Yes.
paddle above Principal Barbecue's door.
Yes. Yeah. First
Mhm.
time I noticed that. But it was very in a
Didn't what did that
super.
say? What did it say?
Spalding.
What did it say?
I thought it
Did
said
it?
something. I thought it
I
like
thought it.
Spalding.
Did it say
did it really?
Spalding?
I'm pretty sure it said Spalding.
Oh, I thought there
I
was like
stared
a
at that
quote.
thing for a long like when that
What?
memory came out of the deep, like it came like a Balrog awakening
Spalding.
in the deep,
I feel
like
like I could see
Spalding
that
on
actually,
that thing.
Spalding.
But I think there was some like JRS message about like give him there was like a JRS quote or something somewhere or
It
either like she would tell you about it every time or it was printed. I cannot verify the
okay.
memory
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
because fractured
But I
memory.
know there was like a quote that went along with it
Yeah, there
of
was like a
Yeah.
like
JRS like, "Oh,
beat the
like,
children.
spare the rod, spoil the child" kinda thing.
Yeah.
If if
Ugh.
if
That was
if it wasn't
literally.
that, it was something like that.
Yeah. That was the John Robert Stevens thing was the first, like, when
Ooh,
that
let's go
Karen
there.
chick brought it up, she was like, "They follow this guy, John Robert Stevens." And she's like, "He did something." I think she mentioned, like, silver mines or something? Yeah, like, she was like, "There's a whole silver mine thing. He has a bunch of
True.
wives.
I don't
He
know, like,
stole."
Has a bunch of what?
Well, it was like he has a bunch of wives, something about silver mines, I remember, because
Uh-huh.
she kept mentioning that, and it was like, they meet in Iowa every summer, they do this, they do that, and I was just like, "Alright, well, I got friends there, whatever, like, I just won't go to the church." Little did I know, like
little did you know.
Yeah.
I would come along and fuck that up for
Yeah,
both of
Anastasia.
us.
Then all of a sudden
Okay, so
I'm
we're
in Yasp and everyone's sending blessings off of the moon to mama and papa in Hawaii, and I'm like, "What the fuck is
what the
happening
fuck?
right now?"
What the
Okay,
fuck?
okay, okay, so this was, like, 2008 time, right?
2008, 2009, I think.
Mhm.
So
We weren't dating, we were just homies when I was in 8th grade and you were in 9th grade because we
Yeah,
went to prom together.
because you were just friends,
yeah.
yeah.
We were just homies, and
Seahorse
then the
tattoos with
year
Dylan.
a
Sorry, memory right there.
Oh, Dylan. Dylan.
Dylan forever.
He wouldn't have gone to prom with you if you were a bully, Beau. It's gonna be
Yeah, screw you, also, Dylan, congrats on getting married, by the way.
Yeah,
Good job, Dylan.
congratulations, buddy.
Congratulations, buddy. Did you call him a bully at his wedding?
Did you
I told him I was going to. I was like, if
Nice.
I ended up
Okay.
not going because whole thing with my daughter and everything, but it was I
Family
would have
stuff.
done a great speech. Let's just say that.
Heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Anyway,
so
I
we're at
came
the
along and
Yas
fucked that up for us, but we were at Yas.
we're at the Yas meeting. Okay, so, like, were we in someone's backyard with a pool sending
So,
blessings to the
yes,
moon?
so it started off
I
inside
remember.
and I was like, "Oh, this is sort of like a youth camp type of thing." But then like people started there was one person, him and somebody else next to him, and then they started sort of talking in gibberish and I think it was talking in tongues or something.
Uh-huh.
What and I literally I remember thinking of the scene. What'd you say?
Said that man is an atheist now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I
And it
know.
was literally uh, I remember it was just like, "Oh, so then," and I literally thought of the Anchorman scene, or no, which one scene was it? You remember that scene? Was it Anchorman?
Oh, no, it
Yeah,
was
with
Bruce
Steve
Bruce
Carell.
Almighty.
Almighty.
Bruce Almighty.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
remember Steve Carell going, and I was like, "Oh
And
my
my
gosh, this is
tiny
what's
little
happening
nipples
right
went to
now."
France. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's when at first I was like, "Where am I?" And then I remember we
Yeah.
went
Whoa.
outside and there was pizza, and I was like, "Oh, okay, there's pizza."
Okay.
But then, like, it was
Surprise.
20 minutes of shooting blessings off of the moon to mama and papa in Hawaii. And I was like, "Oh, this is what we're
It's a
doing
no.
Oh.
here." Yeah. But leading up to this, I should say this. My friends who were in high school, they knew that I was going to this, and I was, like, sort of reporting back to be like, "Yeah, it's weird."
It's
And I
weird.
ca
Yeah,
went
it's
back the next
weird.
yeah. I went back the next day, and I remember my best friend, what he was sort of just like, "So what was it?" I was like, "Dude, it's
Dude.
a cult. Like, it's definitely a cult." And he's like, "All right, yeah, we're right or whatever." But yeah, that was the first time I did that. But then I think I had to
Dude.
go to like 3 more or something. I definitely
Oh,
went to
I'm
more.
sure.
Yeah.
There's no way you could have just come to one.
No, I think it was more. And then my mom was like, "Okay, we're pulling you out." She's like,
I
"You're not doing this
remember
anymore."
that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Good for you. Did you ever go to Shiloh or nah?
No.
No, 1 year I was
Okay.
going to, but then,
Okay.
my mom, she was like, "You're not doing that." And, like, her friends were like, "You're not doing that." But one of my other best friends with
Mhm.
me and Dylan, he went.
I
And
I remember
remember.
yeah,
that.
We love you,
and
dude.
Yeah.
yeah,
Holy shit.
Sorry,
literally my
buddy.
brother.
Sorry,
Yeah.
bro.
And I remember he came back and I was like, "So," and he was just like,
Yeah.
he's I
Shell
remember he
shocked.
mentioned, like, PB&J sandwiches. He kept saying, like, there was a bunch of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or something.
He's
Is that a
lying.
thing?
Probably just
And
like
he
this
was
is
in
what you get
Yas.
to eat because it's late and like you didn't wake up in time for whatever. I don't like it was very regimented and like I think that was the snack they got or like maybe they did like a
It was just Yas.
yeah,
I
it's
just
just
remember
Yasp
hearing a lot
shit.
of working. That's all I
Yeah, a
Yeah.
remember was,
lot of
like,
work.
lots of working and long
Yeah.
services.
Mhm. And everyone's like, "Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?"
Yeah,
And him,
literally.
yeah.
But yeah,
For
almost went
real.
there, but didn't. I remember
Dodge that
wanting to
bullet.
do
Whew.
the tabernacles. How about that? Tabernacles at
How
the
about
school.
that?
I
How
remember there
about
was
that?
one time where after everyone, I guess, was staying over and, like, the church kids were staying over or whatever, and well, and I remember
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, I
Every
wanna do
year.
that," but there was some random dude who
Sleepover.
told me I couldn't do it. He was like,
It was
Yeah, we
yeah,
coach.
it
saw
was
him,
So the
sort
coach.
it
coach
was
the
him
coach
and then some other guy that I don't know, but I definitely had seen in the church.
okay. And they were
But
like, "You can't."
they said I couldn't stay over, and it was just like a church activity or whatever.
How many times, if any, did you come to church with me?
I went when we got officially okayed to start dating, I think it was
What?
once.
I'm thinking.
I think it was
Just think.
once.
I think it was just once.
Yeah, it
I
was
think you were
once, and I remember
I
it was
think
like
you were
a
pretty
spectacle
freaked
too.
out.
Yeah,
A spectacle. Say that.
Say that.
yeah, it there was lots of just watching. I remember looking around and people just watching us, like, as if we were in a zoo, and
Yeah.
it was but I didn't know all that stuff about, like, you and your grandma and all that stuff, and it just all makes so much sense now. But but then everyone was still sort of treated like even after we, like, broke up with the
That's so
dream, you
funny.
know, the dream.
The dream.
Look,
I
back
you know
then
what? You know what? You did what you had to do, buddy.
yeah,
You
it
had to get
was
out of there.
You gotta get out of there.
literally felt so bad, but I don't know why my stupid brain was just like
No.
I know exactly
it
why.
was so much pressure that I was just like, "I
Yeah.
can't deal with this anymore." Like, these
Exactly.
Dude.
meetings, this, like and it had nothing to do with you. Nothing. It was
No.
literally just everyone.
And it's
Yeah.
like
Like
there's something
I hear that.
incontestable that no one can say anything about because like God sent me a dream and like you guys speak that. You're weird people, you'll get that.
I
Fully.
literally
You have to
yeah.
eat that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
I know no, you are fully like, I fully understand exactly why you did and said what you did
Same.
and said, like,
Same.
valid.
Exactly. Like, dude,
And you
heard
were
It's
and
just
seen, buddy. Like, no harm done here. Like,
but
you're
like you
good.
said, it sucks that they all ruined the friendship and everything as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yes.
just like because I
Yeah,
remember
because
people were mad at me too, like, adults were mad at me. Like,
Fucking
I
hell.
remember vividly, like, the adults who used to talk to me did not talk to me.
what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
like
who? Like
Whoa.
what?
yeah,
Oh, you
because
don't have
it
to
was
name him if you don't want to, sorry, but like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
yeah,
fuck.
because I had to work the freaking snack bar, and so it was like
Our
I
senior.
had to do that yeah, like, a year
You were
later, I
literally
was
forced to be around.
and that fucking sound of just like just like the making
The
the
eggs?
The eggs
freaking
and
eggs,
the
Did that
milk.
trigger
but,
you?
like
Sorry.
yeah, literally, when you guys said that
Wet
in another episode, I was like, "Oh
egg.
god."
Oh god.
But, yeah, I had to work there, literally had to work there, and so there was
Yeah.
just people that were nice before, but were not nice anymore,
Yeah,
and
So
I
fucked
vividly remember
up.
that.
fuck.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You got the
It's
signature
okay.
cult treatment.
You really did. And
Congratulations.
that's why, again, that's why
And I'm sorry.
you weren't in the cult, but you were in the cult,
Yeah.
buddy. Like,
Yeah.
I hope you are validated with that because it's like, you got that treatment.
Mhm.
You got that treatment in ways I didn't even understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, please know that, like, you are you are seen and valid here. Like, I don't know how else
Okay.
to say that, but, like, I don't know, your therapist is pretty clearly right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kudos to
Yeah,
your
there's not
Yeah.
many people you can talk to it about because 'cause you're like, "Ah, it's whatever," but then, like, when you talk to you guys or something, it's like, "Oh, yeah, it's pretty
It
fucked
was
up,"
People
all
who
that
something.
were
stuff.
there, man.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, that though, like, I wanna emphasize that, how easy it is to be like, "Okay, but what happened to me wasn't a big deal. What
Oh,
happened
yeah,
to me
that's
wasn't a
very
big
true.
deal."
Yeah.
And then at the same time, it's like I get the shits at job interviews, you know? And it's like, I wonder why. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, right, because this, like, because I had this horrible encounter or whatever. And like
Mhm.
Or if
these
there's any
things,
sort of oh, sorry. It,
no, no,
like,
no, I
broke
was just
up.
saying these things make a mark on us.
Yeah, it literally or if it's, like, somebody who's in any sort of, like, position of power, you feel, like,
Mhm.
so small compared to them. Like, does that make sense?
Yes,
Where
Yeah.
it's just, like, you're
so
instant you
much.
haven't even met the person, but you're scared of them.
Grovel
Oh
Yeah,
is my
my
instinct.
god,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
And,
Wow,
like,
well
it took
said.
so yeah, it took so long to sort of get over that and just be confident when I walk into a room rather than, like, pointing trying to see who probably the most powerful person in that room is, and probably just sticking away from them to avoid future problems, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
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 Dude. And like,
Oh god.
again, that's so like
All the ways that it affects us.
yeah, that goes back
Mhm.
so far. That goes
Yeah.
back so far. And like, again, you had your own foundation. You had your own like family, your own life, your own church, your own friends, your own
Your own faith
whole, yeah,
even.
your own faith.
Yeah.
And then this, you came in contact with this extremely toxic system that got right into the heart of things by saying, yeah, we believe the same things you believe, just a little extra. And also, we hold all your friends captive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, that's traumatizing in and of itself, and then the
Yeah.
years you spent being indoctrinated in the school and at all of the subsequent encounters in church meetings or YASP meetings or whatever the fuck,
Mhm.
like, that
And then being
makes a mark.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
being shit on when you were in the cafe
Oh my
because
gosh, yeah.
Ostracized,
like
yeah.
that's like I'm so sorry. Fuck.
Oh,
The
stop.
way they could make us feel like you didn't like, the way they could make you feel like you didn't exist whilst
Yeah.
looking
Mhm.
you dead in the eyes.
Yeah.
But
That
guess
shit
who
was fucked
were
up.
the first when social media started taking off, guess who started popping into the DMs and stuff saying, "You should come to the church. You should come talk at the school. You should" Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Oh God.
Dude,
Yeah.
yuck.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah. But I'm
Fucking
sure that makes
gross.
sense to you guys. So,
Oh,
because it
so
seems
It
much
like
sense.
absolutely does.
yeah.
Okay. Can I talk about this is totally random, but like ties into the social media of it all a little bit. So Uncle Icky was extremely anti new technology. Like he was like, I got the latest and greatest in 1987 and I have not updated anything since. And like he was like very hard analog like rah rah only analog and like I was an analog purist for a long time because of that and like now that I'm like wow I understand analog does technically scientifically sound better but I get my voice out here for like $80 so like let's do that instead but like he
Yeah.
was super like very like I want to say luddite like just like no new he had the same TV it was this like God, it was
Yeah,
this, like, 70-inch, like, Toshiba or it was a Mitsubishi TV that was,
Oh
like,
my
the
god.
size of a room, and it
yeah,
was, like,
Yeah.
8 feet deep.
Massive.
Yeah,
yeah.
massive, and, like, he had that thing for decades, and, like, he had, like, a and then had, like, a projector, like, an actual, like, RGB lens projector in his living room forever, and, like so at a certain
Yikes.
point, like, it was so it's funny that you say, like, when your social media started popping off, which was, like, after graduation, right?
I would say it was probably like 3 years after I graduated where it
Okay.
started, like, I got traction and stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, 2013, that's when they start realizing, like, we need to bring the church into the present and or future because all our shit is, like, we're still sending out,
Oh,
like,
wow.
tapes sometimes or whatever the fuck.
CDs.
And CDs, and it's like they were like he was like hard no to MP3s, and everyone's like, "Fucking why?" And he's like, "Because then you can't make people pay for it." And it's like, "Well, you can make people pay for MP3s." And he's like, "Oh, then we'll have to make it like this super high quality file, and we'll sell them for $5 a file or whatever the fuck."
Oh my lord.
And like it was this whole thing, and so as then they're like, "We need to." I remember them trying to be like, "Oh, like, tag us in your social media, Leandra." I'm like, "I have, like, 23 followers. What the fuck are you
And they're
talking
all in the
about?"
That
cult,
And
like,
they're
what do
all
you
you.
mean?
Yeah, like
Like, what do you
that makes
mean?
total sense.
and
Oh
they're so
my
yeah, them
gosh.
being like, give like, "Oh, like, you should come to the church and speak at the school so we can, like, bleep bleep, use you." Like,
Mm.
yeah,
Dude.
Yeah, that makes sense.
just context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he finally, like,
Context.
after he married his 4th wife, he was like, "Fine." Like, "Fine, we'll redo the
Fine.
website.
Yeah,
Fine, we'll
we'll
put it
do
on
this.
MP3s." Like, yeah, exactly, and, like
Oh my
so, yeah, like,
gosh.
that was ramping up around that time, like, between 2010, 11, 12, 13. Like, they're, like, optics. And then, like, because I remember it was always, like, nobody wanted to know or oh, I forgot I had makeup on. Nobody
You're
wants anyone to know where we are, like, they didn't want us telling people, like, where they were, and then all of a sudden, they're like, "We need students. We need money."
That's what I always would check in with my friends and be like, "So how's COL doing? How?" And they're like, "Oh, they have a farm." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's weird.
Oh,
So
they
how's
have a
COL doing?"
farm.
Like, it's just like random
Oh,
Oh,
check-ins.
they have a
not farm. Barn. Like, there was
barn.
nothing being
Barn.
produced here. It was
Just a
it was
barn. Just
only a money
animals.
pit. It was a money, time, and energy pit where it was like, "Love these animals," but, like, did they
For what?
have to be here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You took them away from, like, pretty far away where it was, like, green and
Where it
nice,
was,
and you
like,
brought
good
them
for
to
them,
Los
maybe.
Angeles? Like,
Oh
the
my
dead
lord.
butthole of the valley? The San Fernando Valley?
It's
And
like
instead of getting new computers for the school, you got
You got
this?
a horse? You
Yeah.
got a horse?
yeah. I mean, I would literally avoid after I graduated, I would avoid that block like the
Yeah,
plague.
man.
Like it was just
You
so
don't
I
get
would
off
just
on those
check in
exits. Yeah.
and I would occasionally like check in with my friend and be like, "You still in it? Okay." Like like
Alright.
cool. And then all of a
Alright,
sudden it
cool,
was
gotta
like
go.
the
Ooh,
explosion happened or whatever, the blow up. And I
2018.
was like,
Mhm.
fucking finally. Like I can get my friends back. I can get like
Yes!
I need to hear all what's happening. Let's get rid of this. I'm just
Yeah,
glad that all
dude.
happened.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, for real.
Yeah. Saved saved some lives.
Saved some lives.
Yeah.
Really, like, shit. Okay, you mentioned I wanna go back to something you said. You said
Mhm.
you and Stasia being at church was like a spectacle.
Mm.
Like, and that's Uncle Icky would like that was kind of his whole thing was like making a spectacle of things
As you
because
saw with Halloween,
as you
as
saw
you
with
Yep.
mentioned.
Halloween and like I remember and like you'd mentioned off the record off camera about announcing for like school events and stuff
Oh,
and like
yeah.
Uncle Icky
Yeah.
making a spectacle of you.
Yeah. It
Do you
it
wanna,
it
like,
w
share a little about that?
I mean, it was literally I remember at, like, tabernacles and the
Yeah.
jogathon and, like,
The
these different things.
walkathon!
Oh, the walkathon, there we go, the
Walkathon!
walkathon.
Bro, the
Yeah.
walkathon!
That was how
I'm
we
just like
raised money. Oh.
yeah.
Oh, I
The
forgot.
the
Sorry.
walkathon, and it was literally like I was on the I think the science Bible teacher handed me the mic or for something for some reason,
Oop.
don't know why.
Sure.
And he was just like, "Bo, announce something, whatever." And I was just
Bo,
like,
say
"Welcome
something.
to the" yeah. I was like, "Welcome to the walkathon." Whoa, what? Don't know
Ooh.
where this money's going. Like, like it's that type of stuff. But I like started doing that, and then I just
Dude.
slowly saw like, and I saw
Oh, yeah.
it walk over there. Beep.
Uncle Icky.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I saw him walk over there, and he was just, and then ever since that first time I did it, anytime there was a microphone, he would come out of nowhere and want me to like
Put it in front
announce
of you.
something and do this and do that. But yeah, that
Yeah.
was that.
God. Oh, man.
Shit, shit, shit.
And
Like,
But
yeah.
I do remember one time after, I don't know if this is, so there was one of the guys who did sound or whatever, and they were making a big deal because after one of the choir performances, I was just wrapping the cables, and like
uh-huh.
I did it at my church. I was a sound guy at my church.
You knew how to do
And
it.
right, I ran the soundboard, I did all that stuff. And he like had asked if I wanted to see like the booth or whatever. And some guy was like, "Oh dude, just like say
Oh.
yes. This is awesome. Like go do that." And then like I remember going up there, and was there just like was there a bunch of old pamphlets and CDs like from old church stuff, or am I just thinking
Probably.
of that?
There was stuff, like, on the walls, but the walls were brown carpet, and also, like, if you'd run sound at your church, you were probably not super impressed by the
Oh, I
70s
remember.
sound booth at our
Yeah, I think it
church.
was like the same.
For
I think
real.
it was like sort of the same type of soundboard type of thing. But I remember that like I was wrapping the cables or something, and he was sort of like, "Where'd you learn to do that?" Like, and this was
Ugh.
after like we had our thing or whatever. But
Mhm.
I remember some guy saying like, "Oh,
Uncle
You could
Icky.
say icky dicky
Uncle
or
Icky."
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that was a weird big deal, and that
It was a weird, big
and I never
deal.
understood
Mhm.
it because I was like, "I do sound at my church. Why is this a
Yeah.
big deal?"
Because sound was Uncle
So,
Icky's domain.
okay. So
TM.
that's why I'm asking
Mhm.
because I
So
remember that
that's
weird coincidence, like that weird situation
It
where I
was
was like, "Why
weird,
is this
yeah.
so weird?" Like,
Yeah. You're like, "I do this all the time. What the fuck
and
are you
then,
talking
like,
about?"
yeah,
okay, and, like, you being invited up to the booth, be like, that is
That's
also a
special.
big deal. Like,
Not everybody.
I was not even always allowed to go up into the booth. Like, when she was working, especially, I was,
Mhm.
like, not
okay.
allowed. So, like,
Just
there was yeah, like, if you were invited, that was like,
It was a
mm,
locked door that opened from a button at the top or a deadbolt at the bottom from the inside. So,
right,
like,
and
it
then
was
it
a
was like the
locking
glass
deadbolt.
room, right?
There was a room that
The
you had there was a big like, a room oh god, I'm remembering the booth.
yeah,
Okay.
the
So,
like big
okay,
ooh,
well, that's what
okay.
we're doing.
We're remembering the booth today, I guess. Jesus. But, like, yeah, it had, like, a big, like, glass window, like, a double pane glass window that was, like, kinda soundproof so that they could mix the recording in and, like, mix, like, essentially they had what they had was a setup of, like, outside there was a big, huge soundboard that where they mixed the live mics, that was also connected to, then fed into a board in like, that was recording its own thing, and then it fed into a board inside that, like it or, like, yeah, the worship feed, like, mixed in inside, but the guys inside
Right.
had access to certain microphones so they could, like, actively mix like, the vocals and the music kind of, like, as 2 separate faders inside the booth so that the recording would sound good, and, like, it was a very, like, tedious, like, whole thing. They had, like, a whole thing going on. And yeah, so, like, outside
Anastasia's
was
like,
the
I
catwalk.
don't know.
There was an invisible door, air quotes, that was just, like, a door that looked exactly like the wall, like, it matched the wall, and then, like, you could only pull in from the
carpet.
inside. Yeah, it was, like, carpet and,
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
soundboard and, like, some wood panels. And, like yeah, and then, like, there was the catwalk where you'd go out and you'd see, like to your right was, like, eventually a little computer setup that ran the projectors, and then to your left was this huge ass soundboard and, like, a couple racks, and they had this, like, variable room acoustic system or VRAS system
Whew.
that where they
Don't say VRS system.
sorry, that, like, I helped install the speakers and, like, I helped install the system. That
It
was, like,
was
my
a
first audio experience.
big
It was a
deal.
BFD.
BFD
They got
when
and
they
so,
put
like,
that in.
essentially, they put in a bunch of microphones up at the top of the room and then all of these little speakers within the room that
Oh, wait,
created
I remember this.
yeah, it
This was when I was in school, and it was a huge deal.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
All
yes,
the little mics going across the whole thing.
Yeah,
yes.
and
Oh
it
my gosh,
created
I remember that.
artificial, reverb. It created artificial reverb, so you could decide, like, "Oh, I want this room right now to sound like a cathedral," and you'd click a button on this little panel up in the on the catwalk,
Okay.
and it would determine the decay of the, like, reverb, and, like, you're like, "Wow, like, I sound like I'm in" and it's like, "This is programmed to sound like this," and they had, like, a
Mhm.
guy come tune it, and it was, like, this very,
It
very,
was
like
his baby.
yeah, it
It
was his
Yeah.
baby.
it was like the project of the moment.
Because they're like, "Well, we want worship to sound like you're in a big room, and we want it to sound, like, big,
And then they
and then
did the
we want the
CDs.
word to sound tight, like, we want the audio to be, like, like, we want the sound, the reverb all the way off, like, we want no
Right.
decay, we want, like yeah, like, tight, like, Steely Dan is what they wanted. They wanted their services to be Steely Dan, and I will unpack that at another time, I think.
Guys, there's just so much that can be talked about. I'm
I
sure people
know.
are like, "This is everywhere," but it's like, this is also us,
It
so
Yeah.
That's also true. That's
That's
also
also
true.
true.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Dude, the fucking
The
VRAS
VRAS
system,
system was
shit,
crazy.
that's a moment
Dude,
that
that
I
was the
forgot
first time I
about.
heard Steely Dan. Okay, I'm not going down the
No,
Steely
no,
Dan hole, I'm
no,
Yeah.
sorry.
no,
How about
No,
the
no.
giant amphitheater project at the school that was a huge deal as well with the
Oh,
s you
it
remember
wasn't
that?
that giant though, it was like a huge. It was
A
it was
tiny
the
little
giant
thing. Yeah.
tiny amphitheater
It was like
project.
there wasn't enough because they refused to compromise on the size of the pillars because it wanted to match the pillars up front or something, question mark. I don't know why they
Yeah.
chose to make these pillars this huge. Because of the choice of the size of the pillars, the stage of the amphitheater itself was like you could barely fit 3 people across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
Like
had some
this
fancy mic technology too that I remember. It
that,
was
like, no one
like
was allowed to use ever that was
yeah,
barely ever fucking
So
used.
why is it in the school?
So why is it at
Like,
the
it wa
school?
it was a
why even put
project.
it at the school? Like,
Yeah, because Uncle
Why is
Icky
there
was
a
bored
barn
because
in the
one day.
school?
exactly,
Because Uncle Icky
exactly,
was bored one day.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh god, because they told him he
Dude,
Wow.
needed to work, and he's like, "Fine, well,
do
I'm gonna
you
do what
have
I
any
want."
other Uncle Icky stories? I want to make
Mm,
sure before we get off this topic completely.
no.
Or
I
Maryland
mean,
Ooh.
Maryland, just that one in the one in Hawaii was the weird one,
And when
and
she kissed you.
At
what was
graduation.
that? I was shocked. I
Oh my
was
god. Okay,
shocked. Like,
where did
did
she
you see my
place her mouth?
It was
it was
like
lit
here, like
like,
it was
right
like
here.
Like,
Like,
upper
borderline lip crease to lip crease, like
yeah, like, side,
no.
top, bottom yeah, like, side
I did
almost, like,
not remember
encroaching.
that at all, and when Scott
Oh.
showed me that, I was like I mean, you could probably go watch the episode and see me go, "What the" and, like,
This
oh my
You're like,
gosh.
I had successfully blocked that out. Thank you
thank
very
you.
much,
Yeah.
Scott.
But the only thing with her
Grandma,
was that
no.
weird Hawaii thing on the senior trip, which was
Uh,
super weird, and then I
Because they
guess
made us
the
go to
graduate
church at our senior trip.
No, we weren't allowed to go in though, only you were, and then we had to play
What?
basketball with 2 security guards watching us.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, you were the only one in there, and then we literally were on the
Jumping
basketball course.
Willikers.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
and then
Oh
once it
god.
ended is when we, like, went into was there a room with a giant window?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so she was in that room, and
Yeah.
then I
Yeah.
went into there, and
I
there was, like,
remember.
people around her or whatever, and then she was like, "Oh, you're the special one," whatever the hell that meant, and, like, she put her hand on my chest, and then I was like, "That was weird," and then one of the
Uh-huh.
guys got mad at me and told me to leave. It was just like yeah,
The
super weird.
fuck?
What was going
Yeah,
on?
it was super weird, but then now in that episode I listened to
Ew.
with you guys where you were like, I mean, she for sure had tabs on me.
Oh yeah,
Like,
100%.
one
Oh,
and
Especially
that's why she was like,
1,000
"You're the
it's
special one," like, whatever that
okay,
meant.
Uncle
Like
Icky had eyes on you, she had tabs on you.
100%. I was gonna say, especially because, like, oh god.
Sorry.
it made so
Girl.
much sense in that episode when you were talking about everything. I was like, "Oh
And
my
it
gosh."
also makes so much more sense when you just told me how many fucking times it happened.
Like more than
I
Yeah,
one
didn't
is enough.
I'm like, I am fucking flabbergasted. Like, I
yeah.
did not fucking know. And it extra makes sense that she was like, again, yes, tabs, 100%. And she saw you and was like, I can do my thing on him.
It literally I always just thought I was like, "Oh, maybe it's just because like, I'm super tall. I'm the tallest person she's seen." But after listening to you, I was like, "Oh,
I'm
that
the
that was
tallest.
it."
It's probably
Like,
also that, Bo. She was a
yeah,
weird,
could be
horny
that.
woman.
Yeah. Probably was.
She was a
But
weird
after you said
lady.
that, I was like, "That's definitely what that was, 100%."
Yeah. Yeah. All goes
Mm.
back to Grandma Carol.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are all my stories of those I mean, lots of weird run-ins with Icky, but I mean, there's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
I feel like that was pretty often at school,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
'Cause he was
He
always
was always there.
there.
yeah, he would literally pull me out of class sometimes, me and, like, 2 other people to, like, put chairs up somewhere. Like, there was, like, different he's like, "Oh, you gotta put up chairs at the church," and so we'd
High
walk over to the
school.
church during school
Your
and, like, put
parents
up
are paying
chairs.
for your
A
education,
private high school.
like you said.
Literally. Yeah.
To quote you,
But
To
Beau.
quote you, Bo, in
yes,
fucking ninth grade or
me.
whatever.
But I'm like, "You guys, that
God.
probably makes sense because you probably set up a lot of chairs in your life," so
Man, I
every
was
time
that
I was
meme of,
there,
like,
I set up
trying to
chairs.
impress the girls at church and carrying all the chairs.
I did it too. I did it too. Like, for the dances and stuff, I was like,
Yeah.
And
"Yeah."
I was like, "Woo."
Yeah,
She was
exactly.
like,
Working
Yep.
on this church girl.
"Oh my god. Crazy." Okay, can
Jesus
we okay,
Christ.
you brought up a thing that I didn't put in my notes but meant to.
Yes.
School dances.
Mm.
Oh my
You said school
god.
dances and, like, a machine in my brain went, "Ping."
I
Yeah,
just went kabap.
Kabam.
I just remember the
Yeah.
school dances were just, like, always they were so odd, and it was just, like there was also church members there getting drunk, like,
Thank you.
adults.
Thank you.
They were there getting
Say
drunk,
that.
uh, but they were the
Because
chaperones or whatever,
Yeah.
and
and
they were in the far bar next to the dance room.
yes, yes, and there was always drinks being served there, and I remember always being, like, going up to it, but you weren't allowed to get drinks from that bar or something, like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's like but it's like, who's to say? You
Yeah.
know, like,
This isn't punch, like yeah, apparently, who's to say?
who's to say?
God. God. No, thank you
Those
Yeah.
for
dances were so
validating
weird.
that.
They were so
Yeah,
inappropriate, like,
So
so
inappropriate.
every
Why
time
weird.
are there so many adults here who have nothing to do with this
nothing.
school? They're not parents.
Why are they dancing with the children?
Yeah, I remember, like, that long hallway that led to the room that the dance would be in, you remember?
So
From, like, the lob
ominous. My
Yeah.
dreams, my
Yeah.
nightmares, I see them.
Yes.
My
Yes.
nightmares. Uh,
that place was so weird, and it was just like
Yeah.
Oh,
those bathrooms were the bathrooms there were like, just the
Cursed.
creep
stinky
cursed
and
bathrooms.
cursed.
Cursed bathrooms.
Absolutely cursed bathrooms, but I just remember at the dances, just random adults that I'd seen at the church just walking down that hallway to come in, and I'm just like, "Who are these people? This is
Who
Why are you
too many
here?
From my perspective, like, being someone who attended the church, I'm like, "Yeah, it's just that guy. He's here all the time."
It's
Yeah.
just Greg. Greg's just here.
Greg is just always here. And then Greg will later teach music at the school.
Yeah,
Sorry.
who's gonna win the raffle to teach science this year? Like,
Oh
it's just like random
god.
teachers
Whoa.
just
Exactly. Who
uh,
will win the raffle to
Whoa.
teach science
you remember
this
in,
year?
Leandro, you remember in, Bible class when all of a sudden we went to see the movie Juno for Bible class?
I
Like like, in
I
the middle of school?
forgot. No, I didn't, but I do now. Like, yowza.
Was that not
Whoa.
Whoa. That was a
like, how
full-on
weird
field trip.
like, we
And was it
literally
just
for
our
Bible class.
class? Was it
Yes, it
just
was for
our
Bible
class?
class. Yeah, and we literally went to see Juno, the movie, about, like,
Jesus
why you
Christ.
shouldn't get pregnant or something,
But
like
also about, like, an older man seducing a
I
teen?
yeah,
Like,
like
Yeah.
what
Oh
the
my
what
god,
is
yeah, I
fuck?
didn't even think
that?
about that.
I forgot about that aspect of that movie too until I was like, "Oh, I love" what's his name? And then I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, no, I forgot that
Wait a
I don't
second.
wait a
Wait a
minute."
second.
I was like, "Wait, wasn't he in Juno?" And I was like, "Wasn't he the love interest in Juno?" And then I was like, "Oh, no."
Oh no. Oh
Oh
my
my gosh, there's
god.
so
Dude,
much here.
so much here. Dude,
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm still
The
on the
entire
school dances,
COL
like
experience the entire COL experience was
An
wrong
experience. Yeah, it was so
in some
wrong.
way with like I have so many people who I love so much who were teachers at that school.
Same.
And to
same.
them, I say, I love you and thank you for doing your best.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
But
It
like, especially hearing your perspective coming from like outside, the outside,
The
yeah.
outside.
and you being like, remember this? I told her off mic, I was like, I am like unrepressing shit right now because
Actively.
I have like blacked out my entire COL experience because I'm like, oh, it was I didn't realize how often I was in a fight or flight. You
Mhm.
saying we always had to sneak around
Mhm.
reminded me
Yeah.
of how much I was always scared because eyes were always on me. And that's why I'm extra sorry you felt that too, because I remembered in that moment that feeling of like, people are watching. You have to go
Yeah.
do this in secret. Even though what we're doing is pretty fucking normal high school shit.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
just want to go giggle and talk and kiss. Like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with that? Like,
Again,
Literally.
I maintain riveting conversation and some heavy hand-holding, and I'm set.
exactly,
Like
Yeah,
exactly. We were
exactly.
just, and then that's why it was extra gross when
I
the
mean,
teacher,
when
Yeah.
the bad
Yeah.
when the
teacher
bad teacher was asking us all of these explicit things that we were absolutely not fucking doing.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Like,
Same that.
he
Multiple
would
times too. Like,
so
I
many
hated when I was
times.
waiting, like, to get picked up and, like, he would be there and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be
He was
some
the
weird
after-school
conversation."
teacher.
Yeah.
Dude.
He was the after-school care provider.
Oh, God.
Sorry, carry
Yeah, I
on,
don't
I
even
just wanted to context that.
no, there's just so
No.
much that
Yeah,
is
again, so
so
much.
much.
Dude, I think you talk about blocking out and unrepressing these memories and like you said, like you didn't remember the graduation clip until Scott showed you. And like I think cuz okay, we were there every day.
Yeah.
Most
Mhm.
of us 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then me, like, sometimes
Yeah.
7. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
'cause, like, church days are like, you walk over to school, you walk through there to get to rain, you
Yeah.
whatever, like, we were there all the time,
All the
and, like,
time, especially after the barn.
I have
Oh
unrepressed a
god.
lot, especially after the barn. Yeah, I was always doing the barn. I
'Cause
was
yeah.
always doing the goddamn fucking barn. It's fine, that horse, it's not the horse's fault.
It's
Um,
not the horse's fault.
um,
The horse is
I'm like
listening like
The fuck?
Why do I just see like a Family Guy episode clip right there? Like
the
he just takes off his
horse
headphones and just like
just, like, stamps her foot. Yeah, like, oh
Oh
my
my
god.
gosh.
It's not the horse's fault. I'm not mad at the horse.
Great
I'm just like,
visual.
"Why did you give us more responsibilities? Why?" But, like, no, I have so much like, as much as I have unrepressed, like, I write all these crazy things down. I, like, have all these calls with Stasia where I talk to her about a million things. But still, the COL stuff is stuff that, like, it's locked away, and I only see it in my nightmares. Like, I literally, like, all my bad dreams take place at COL or next to
Or
COL or, like,
TLW for me.
Yeah.
yeah, my active nightmares, like, recently are all at COL, and so I'm like, "Great, we're talking about it, like,
Yeah.
this is great." 'Cause and, like, "Beau, you keep saying there's so much here," and it's like, "Yeah, we were there every day,
Yeah.
every
Literally
day."
every day. I remember being so just scared to go to school for years because of like
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened there and like
Please,
knowing
yeah,
the
God.
belittling that was gonna happen. And I was just like, oh, I hate this so much. My mom's like, we
Puh.
can switch schools. And I was like, I can't, my friends. Like, I can't, like, we can't do this.
Dude.
I
And,
can't,
like,
my friends.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, like, talk about that, like, because, like, the good times were good and the bad times were so bad, and, like, we say that
Yeah.
all the time, but, like, what was your experience with it because you were, like, weirdly half in, half out?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
such a unique perspective.
Yeah.
I think it was just I mean, you guys can relate. It's just you wanted to be around because of your friends, and like one of my best friends was in the church,
Yeah.
and so it was always sort of checking in, even like after high school, and it's it was. I remember the feeling of like being at school, or like even when we dated and everything. It was just wanting to have fun, but there was an overwhelming feeling of, like, bad butterflies, which I found out was anxiety, but, like
Bad
yeah, yeah,
butterflies,
yeah,
yeah.
and so it would be like,
Oh, well
I
put, man.
wanna be, like, excited to do something, like, at school or whatever, whether it's, like, a choir performance or doing this, but then the bad butterflies would be like, "Nope." Like, we're taking over because somebody's
Oh,
gonna do something or
because you also
belittle
know
you.
something bad is also gonna happen.
Yeah.
This
Right.
amazing oh, man, well put, the bad butterflies, dude.
Yeah.
Like, because for
God.
me, it would feel that way totally of like, okay, like good butterflies excited, and then also all of the sudden your stomach drops and it's the bad
Yep.
butterflies.
It's like the roller coaster feeling, like when you go
Yes,
down, but it's like it's just happening and
exactly.
you're standing still.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just standing in a parking lot. You're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Literally though.
God,
But
just like, "Oh,
Exactly.
okay, it's cars." Okay.
Gosh.
I think
Oh
it
my
was really
god.
just like the image I see of it's like you're having a dream, like when you're trying to be with your friends who are in the church or whatever, it's almost like you're running after them. And then, like, right as you're about to get to them, they're like, all right, deuces. And you're like, oh shit, no, I almost got to you. And then, like, you
Oh,
catch back up and you're like, oh shit. Like, does that make
Yeah.
sense?
No, that's
Yeah.
so
totally.
real.
Yeah.
Totally.
I have very felt
Yeah.
that. I am
She
Yeah.
felt
feeling
that with
it.
me.
I'm feeling it
Yeah.
now, Mr.
Yeah.
Krabs.
Feeling it now, Mr. Krabs.
Dude,
That's the
yeah,
best
I
way I
felt
could
that with
relate that,
you.
I guess.
We felt that with each other
Like,
of like sometimes I would have these once I was kind of snapping out of it for lack of a better term, shout out. When I was kind of in that process, I was like, okay, sometimes I can have these conversations with Leandra where we are on the same fucking page, and she doesn't like the way she's being treated, and
If I'm drunk enough, it
and
was if I
then
was drunk enough
and you could be honest with
and
yourself.
I could, yeah, I could actually be like, all right,
Right.
like,
So,
this
like,
kind of sucked.
I totally had that feeling of being like, "Oh, I almost
Almost
gotcha.
there.
Almost gotcha."
And then
And
the next
then
morning, I'd get roped in and they'd be like, "Oh, what'd you do last night?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I just had dinner with Anastasia, whatever." And they're like, "Oh, Anastasia? You had dinner with her? She's a little, like, out to lunch, like, she's, like, on Mars, like, she's, like, doing her own thing, and, like, maybe, like, wait till she lands before you connect with her again, because I feel like it's gonna, like, distract you or disrupt you." Like, that was the, like,
Yeah.
heavy that narrative. Ah! Yeah, rage,
yeah,
yeah, and,
always
like,
projected.
fucked with entirely, and so then I'd be like, "Oh, okay, so now the next time I see Anastasia, I feel guilt and
Mhm.
shame, and I have to, now I have to heavy, like, eh flying monkey and indoctrinate her so that she can come be over here with me so that I can save her because it's my job to save her."
Which I'm
Right.
sure, Beau, is probably how it felt to date me at some point or another.
It's
Oh,
my job
yeah,
to
for
save her.
sure. No, like 100% it was like that, and even, like, with
No,
my
the
No, the
friend
opposite.
opposite, yeah.
yeah, my friends who were in it too, like, that was honestly what it sort of was too, like, I do little jabs or whatever to be like, "Okay, how in are they right now?" Like,
Yeah.
that type of
Yeah.
thing, and then if they would, like, jab back, I'd be like, "Ooh, okay, maybe just
Oh,
pull out a little bit here," like,
alright.
but it yeah,
Ooh.
100% it was like that.
It
Definitely.
was always a back and forth because it was
Mhm.
always like, because when we were, because when the sauce was good,
Ooh, it
Mhm.
was good.
then it was good, and we were like, "Guys, try this sauce.
It's really like,
It's fucking good right now,
you'll cry,
guys."
you'll shake, and then later you'll be like, I think I had a trauma experience and therefore it was holy, so, like, that was great? Question mark? Like, it
Right.
was like
You're like, "Was that the Holy Spirit or just
yeah,
anxiety?" Like
Eh,
yeah.
or grief, like, yeah, like
literally.
that yeah, fully.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
man. That's
thoughts.
crazy.
I have so many thoughts.
For
It
real.
feels good to have, like, you guys validating like, I know that, like, you guys went through it, and even I'm doing it right now, but it's like, have hearing from you guys that I'm like, "Okay, I'm not crazy." Like,
No.
No.
I was halfway in, maybe a little more, and, like, it
Yeah,
did fuck with me. Like, it
Yes,
definitely
yes,
did.
yes,
fully.
yes. Maybe a little more, Beau, because,
Yeah,
again, you didn't know you were dating fucking cult princess over here. Like,
did not know that.
you because also, like, I didn't.
Yeah.
Like, I clearly didn't know any of that shit that
Mhm.
was going on, of how often they were talking to you and stuff, but, like, I didn't know how much their eyes were on me, but I also knew that, like, I could get away with stuff sometimes that Leandra really was, like, reamed out for.
Could
Yeah,
not.
Leandra was always like I said earlier, I witnessed it, where I was just like,
Yeah.
"Damn, they're
Yeah,
hard on her for no reason."
yeah,
Like
Dude, again, and thank you. Like,
yeah.
that's
yeah.
hearing that from you is so
Again.
validating because I was like, "You were always in trouble too." And I was like, "Dude, like,
And then Beau was like, "But you
you
had it bad."
Yeah, I was in trouble for, like I don't even know. You just, like s I feel like I was in trouble because I was rebelling and being like, "Fuck you guys," but you were in
Yeah.
trouble for, like, literally being you, and that pissed me off, you know? Like,
Oh,
that just
wow.
pissed me off,
ow, that
and
hurt," but felt like, "Thank you for saying that because like, you're right." Like,
You're right.
no, like, it was like
You're
you
so
trying
right.
to come out, and then, like, you'd be like, "Fun Leandra," and then they'd be like, it just pissed me off, and I'm sorry, but, like, it just pisses me
"No,
off so much.
thank you. That means a
Yeah.
lot." And like,
You're a
dude,
very
yeah.
good person, like,
Thanks,
and I've
man.
always seen that.
I appreciate that a lot. That means a lot.
Yeah.
I'm, feeling some feelings. Oh god.
Thank you for seeing her in that way because, like, there was a lot of times that, like, just we weren't in the same class, whatever. We
Yeah.
weren't, like, as close
Mhm.
all the time. So, like, hearing that you were witnessing for
That
her,
yeah.
like, thank you. Like,
Yeah.
as a sister, like, thank
Ooh.
you for that. That's
It
huge.
it it makes me
'Cause, like,
wish
fuck
I could,
them for
like
that.
yeah, and, like, I wish I could go back and be in the confidence that I'm in now and just be
Yeah.
like, "Ah, I hate it," but we
Yeah, a
grow, you
father
know?
in your 30s being like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I
Yeah.
know what's going on
Oh,
now."
"Hey,
I'll go
I
over
see
there and
shit
fudge them
now."
all up for y'all. Don't
Yeah.
worry. I'll be like, "Hey, dude, woo."
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
And you're, like, at least
appreciated
a
it.
foot taller now than you were
Yeah.
in high
In, like,
school,
8th
Probably, yeah.
grade,
so
yeah.
Definitely.
Holy shit. Yeah, I feel that so much of, like, I loved you guys so much. Like, I loved my class, I loved Stasia, I loved my friends, like, I loved Dylan, like, I loved your other best friend, like, I just,
Mhm.
like, I was like, but I was not allowed to, like, be part of whatever was going on because it was like, "You have other things to be doing, it's labor." Some kind of labor, well, doesn't matter what kind, emotional labor, physical, manual, whatever, like, you're doing labor. And it's like, yeah, I feel like I feel robbed of a different kind of friendship of, like, you guys, like, I don't know, like, I'd get to joke around only to an extent, and then I was like, the guilt monster would come out, and then I was like,
Right.
Leandra's not here anymore. It's this guy now, and she sucks."
Yeah. Right.
But like you
Gosh.
said, they did that to you.
Yeah, they, like
They did
Yeah.
that to you. They, like, shamed you so much into
they found
being
all of
that
our
version.
weaknesses, like, they found, like you said, they were hard on me for being me, and it's like, yeah, they were hard on me for being, like, loud, for having a hard time paying attention, and I'm like, "Yeah, you're hard on me for being neurodivergent," like,
Yeah.
it's like,
It's just
all
it
these
it
weird things, like, "Yeah, stop singing," I'm like, "I can't. I physically cannot."
literally
Like,
can't.
I can't. "Sorry, would love to help you. I can't."
I wish I could turn it off too.
Oh, yeah, that would help me a lot, thanks. And then I
Well,
thought
I'm
God
glad
was
that I
the
can finally
answer.
tell you that, like, I saw you, and I
Yeah.
wish I was able to do
Hell
more,
Appreciated.
yeah,
but
Beau.
Likewise, seen and
yeah.
heard, friend, like,
Yeah,
yay.
good.
Oh, shit, shit,
Man,
shit.
I'm trying to see. We wanted to get into, if you are still okay with it, therapy
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and, like,
Yeah.
how
yeah.
you have dealt with all of this awful, crazy shit that we're talking
Yeah,
about.
we've dabbled, let's dive in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started it, and it was just for sort of just other issues, and then it quickly turned into, "Oh, like, you did not have a normal time developing, like, your brain," and I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, I heard you mention that you were in, like, a cult," and I was like, "Well, not really," and he's like, "Well, you're doing it right now where you're not admitting," like, it's like that type of stuff, and I'm like, "Okay," and he's like,
Okay.
"So, this age is literally your most developmental, like, stage, and when you were in this learning to date, learning to love, learning to do all this stuff, you were being watched and told how to do it instead of learning how to do it." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And he's like, "You notice
Oh,
how you
yeah.
say you don't like giving your wife compliments? It's because of this. You notice how you don't like you're this completely different person on camera and, like, you use that as this, but then behind camera, you're the most quiet person ever." And he's like, "It's because of that. You're not witnessing somebody watching you and perceiving what they're gonna think of you or tell you what they're thinking of you." And
Wow.
and he's like yeah, he, like, separated me into 2 personalities, one that is on the camera and loves making people laugh, and then, unfortunately, me, which is just like, unless I really know you, like, I'm a very quiet guy, and usually people are intimidated by me because 'cause I'm just, like, walking around just, like, really quiet, just observing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Relatable, like
yeah.
Another but
Exactly.
see, again, that's
Yeah.
another great quality because look at everything you've
Look at
observed.
what you witnessed. Look at what we saw. Whoops.
Yeah,
So, like, don't say
exactly.
unfortunately
Yeah,
just
very,
Beau
very
because, like,
Yeah.
look at
fortunately.
how exactly, very fortunately.
And we're honored to have just Beau here.
Exactly,
Oh, thank you
exactly.
guys.
Like, genuinely, it's so, like,
Yeah,
yeah, like, this time is hard to come by these days, and so, like, you
it definitely
taking
is.
time to
For
do this
real.
with us, like, means a lot, and we do not take it lightly, thank you.
Yeah.
Truly.
And
No
what a cool
problem. Thank you guys for
fucking
talking.
therapist you have.
Yeah,
Yeah, and,
I
like,
agree. He's a really cool guy. Yeah,
how awesome it is that he was able to just be like, "Hey, look at these dots, let's connect them."
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
The murder
wow.
board.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
He's
murder
like,
board,
"So,
yeah, drawing the
remember
red
when
Red
you were"
strings.
yeah. He's like, "Remember when" I remember there was one point where it's like, I hate being, like, n not ha I guess this is anyone, like, the ability to not be able to make a decision on my own,
Oh,
and yeah, and I'm
god,
sure it's
yeah.
probably from all that, because a lot of people don't handle things the way I do,
Sure
where I'm
it
just
didn't
like it
help.
triggers me instantly. And he's like, "So these
Heard.
Saturday school things, what were they?" And I was like, "Honestly, they were pretty fun and, like,
Till they were.
doing, like, this type of stuff. We do this, do that." And he'd be like, "Okay, but, like, what if like, did you ever have it alone?" And I was like I went into my little, like, spot, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I did." And, like,
Oh,
I
buddy.
cried and everything, and he was like, "Well, what
Oh.
was it?" And he's like I was like, "This dude would sort of just, like, make fun of me. I would face a corner for, like, hours, and, like, worship music would play, and then, like, my mom would pick me up, and then he's like, 'Well, what'd you say to your mom?' And I was like, I think I was scared to say anything because of my friends and, like, the potential of leaving there,
Wow.
so I wouldn't say anything, and then I'd switch into whatever, but then, like, I'd
The
go
character.
to this other mode when I was in trouble because I was trying to avoid, like, facing a fucking corner listening to Enya, like, or, like, something like that,
Enya or
and
worship.
Which is so sad because I personally love Enya still.
yeah, dude, Enya triggers me. It
I
triggers me.
heard
Like,
I'm
I'll hear it
so
certain
sometimes and I'll just
songs
be
will
sorry.
like,
get me too.
nom flashbacks. I'm like, "Oh god." Like
I
Sail
will
away,
I was
sail
gonna say I will not sing
yeah,
Sail Away right now, and then you did it.
I'm sorry, I didn't
yeah.
mean to actually
No, it's fine.
But I was
it's
like, "Hey, this triggers me," and Leandra's like,
I'm
The
"Anyway."
gonna sing it.
sail away. No, I
This
mean,
is
it doesn't, like, trigger me, but it's like, it definitely reminds me of it, and he's like, "So when you should have been out having fun with your friends, half the day you
you
were
were
being
stuck.
belittled in the corner of a room
Wow.
and with
Wow.
no one around you." And I'm like,
Like,
"Oh, yeah." And
Oh,
he's like, "And
yeah.
you didn't talk to your parents about it?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
In your most
And
formative years, like you
right.
said.
And he's like, "Do you have trouble talking to people now about, like, serious stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
oh yeah.
I'm like, are you a therapist or something? What's going
Something
on here?"
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Do you have any final thoughts or stories, any
Yeah,
crazy things that you wanna remember? Or d
Let's
or don't
see.
wanna
or don't
remember?
wanna remember.
I remember driving Gene Coons crazy.
I'm so glad you brought her back.
Oh,
I'm so
thank
glad you brought her
you.
back up.
Say
Not
You
that.
said
Talk
intentionally.
about it. Talk
Not
about it.
intentionally, but it was like it was a point where I would literally, every
oh,
choir class, I'd peek into there first, and I'd be like, "Coons." Like, I just like and, like, she either was in a bad mood or she would just, like, sort of grin at me a little bit, but most
oh
of the
my
time, she was also
god.
asleep on the piano,
She was asleep
but,
on the
like
piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but, and then
Oh
I, like
man.
me
Oh
and,
my god.
The cameras are
Rack
crazy.
Zone
Oh
saved
yeah.
her when she crashed into the gate at the school
Mhm.
from at the car
What
wash.
happened?
The car wash. There were
Yeah, we
students out in the parking lot.
yeah,
Continue,
we were
but
at the
when
car
you
wash
and
and we heard just and we looked and then Jean's car was just, like, crashed into a pillar, and Rack was like, is that Jean?" And I was like, "Yeah," and we both ran over there and she was just
Is
like, "I
that
couldn't
Jean?
see." Like, we just, like, pulled her out of her car, like
Oh my
Dude,
god.
she crashed that little white Camry into everything because she
Everything.
couldn't see above the
literally.
steering wheel, and you couldn't see we used to call it the driverless car because you couldn't
Yep,
see
because you wouldn't
her
see. Yeah,
If it
and she
was
couldn't
her,
see
you'd
you.
just see a white Camry. You
She
couldn't see her,
couldn't.
she couldn't see you. It was just a white Camry. She was driving all mirrors, so, like, nothing in front of her.
Exactly,
Like,
and
maybe
guess
driving
who
by muscle memory at this point.
so I would always get in trouble because, like, we figured out how to open the gate with the sign, you know? Like,
Mhm.
and I would always
Uh-huh.
get in trouble doing that, but guess what saved Gene that day? I put
The
the damn
sun.
sign on there and it opened up and I went to Gene's car, so
Bam.
Wow.
Good thing
there
that
we
gate
go.
was closed.
Exactly.
Oh,
Should have ran right
God.
into all of us.
God.
Guys, I'm so glad we
Dude, I'm so
caught
glad
up
we did
after
this.
a million
Thank you
years.
so
A
much.
million years.
No problem.
Thank you for being here, Beau. We should do it again.
We
We'll
could
do
do
it
a
again
part
soon.
2, part 3, part 4. There's so many.
Honestly, there's so like
Hell
you kept
yeah.
saying there's so much.
We'll
Yeah.
just have some time to unrepress in the meantime. And
Exactly.
we'll come
Yep.
back to it and it'll be great.
All
Oh
right,
man,
y'all.
hell yeah.
All
Have
right,
a good
good to
night.
see
Thank
you,
you.
You
Beau.
guys
Beau.
are the best.
Thank you for listening today, and thank you for supporting Happy to Disappoint. Check out our Instagram and Blue Sky @DisappointCast and our website, happytodisappoint.com.
Thank you, and we treasure your attention.